Ladies and gentlemen, now for the singing of our national anthem. Please rise and remove your hats.
Breckenridge. This is Jacob announcing your Vipers game tonight. Bear with me as it's my first time calling for the Vipers. We've got a matchup tonight against the Denver Ducks. If I could tell you anything about these guys, I would. Vipers have our goalie, Brady, setting up tonight as our starter. All right, and we are getting ready for face-off. Looks like Alec has the draw tonight. And we are ready to go, folks. Coming to you live from Breckenridge, Colorado. Vipers win the face-off. Move it back to the neutral zone. It is interrupted, plays a little broken. Vipers are regrouping in the zone, and they give it up to the Ducks, who move it forward and don't quite gain the zone. Vipers regroup, working through the neutral zone, pushed up and offside. The ref didn't think he had control while he skated backwards over the line. That was a close one. All right, folks, face-off is coming back to the Vipers' blue line. On the far side, Ducks win the face-off, draw it back, and push into the zone. Good poke check by our D. Couldn't exit the zone, though. Gets dumped back down into the corner by the Ducks. Big hit laid out, but Vipers collect the puck. All right. Quick reverse in our defensive zone. Knee-on-knee collision, no penalty. All right, the Ducks have come out to play a physical game. Let's hope the Vipers hand it right back to them. Puck comes up to the top. Great tip on net by G. Big save by the Ducks goalie. All right, Ducks have recollected, moving into the zone. They're back behind the net. Great pass to the middle, good shot block. Another good shot block. Not letting our boy see a shot yet. All right, G has it. We're working through the neutral zone. Passes to Noble. Gain entrance. Puck gets back behind the goal line. Ducks collect. And the guys are regrouping. Good tip through the neutral zone. Breaking up the play a little bit. Ducks win the battle in the boards. Big collision. Ducks collect. Dump it back to the point. Puck's down in the corner. Our Vipers are trying to break back out of the zone. Noble holds it in the corner. Has a little space and time. Weathered the first major attack by the Ducks. All right. Burnsy worked it into the neutral zone. Ducks bring it back after a turnover. And they're working it in our zone above the circle. Shot on net. Brady with a save. All right, Ducks are controlling the zone right now. Good tip on net. Good blocker save. All right. A little break in the action. Reinforcements. Face off in the Viper zone. Mitch Bailey tried to get it out, was stymied by the Ducks player, and he gets it out into the neutral zone where the Ducks collect. Puck is tipped into our end board. Sinclair collects, but ends up losing it. All right, puck's back to Sinclair. Guys are working up the ice. Little overshot on the pass. The Ducks take advantage of the turnover, but give it right back to the Vipers. Gain the zone. Good pass in the middle. Great shot. Big save. Almost. The goalie cut down the angle a ton on that shot. Took away everything Mitch had to shoot at. All right. Captain Rick here taking the face off, directing a play, wins it back to G. G puts it on net and it's a goal! Face off play, goal by the Vipers. Garrett Bailey scores from a face off assist by Captain Rick Battenberg. All right, this brand new line is gonna stay out. Take the face off after scoring a nice easy goal. All right, Ducks bring it back to their zone, a little D to D, working through the neutral zone. Tip it in, turn it over. Puck play gets broken back into the corner. All right, puck comes out of the zone. Ducks are collecting back in their zone, pass into the neutral zone. Good passing by the Ducks so far. They're building up a lot of pressure. Offside play at the Ducks blue line. All right, face off getting set. Substitutes on the ice. And we're back at it. Ducks dump it into the zone. Goalie collects behind the net. All right, Vipers have a backhand shot from the slot. Glove save. All right. Face off on the far side in the Duck zone. Let's see if we can do a face-off play from this side too. Ducks end up winning it back into their end board. Puck's moving forward. Collected by the Ducks in the neutral zone. Shot on net from very high, easily deflected by our goalie. All right, big rush. Looks like Mitch has a little breakaway, one on. Goal! He buries it under the leg pad. Huge goal, going up 2-0. Now we have a goal for Mitch Bailey. All right, plenty of action already in the first. The Vipers weather the storm on defense. Bend and no break, and then go snap a couple goals in the net. Ducks trip over the pass coming into the Vipers zone. Vipers collect, comes out to Noble in the neutral zone, and we are offside. With a little argument. We're going to bring the face-off back outside into the neutral zone. Noble on the face-off. Forward face-off into the Ducks zone. Pressure on the forecheck. Ducks move D to D. High off the glass. And we collect in our zone. They keep it in. It looked like it was going out. Save from Brady. He freezes the puck for a face-off. Face-off one forward by the Vipers, deflected by the Ducks. Battle in the circle. Puck gets rung around the back. Vipers collect. Puck's bouncing though. Sinclair pushes it forward. The guys break it out. Across the blue line. Pass in the center was broken up by the Ducks. Turnover. Ooh, soft tip onto the net. The goalie deflects it into the corner. Vipers collect the puck. Battles for everything. Ducks wanting to play very physical. Everyone's going to start keeping their heads up. Ducks have it in our low corner. Back to the point. D coming across, looking for a shooting opportunity. Glove save by Brady. Made it look easy. All right. It's always nice having a 2-goal cushion. Let's hope the Vipers extend it. We're only 6 minutes into the first period. All right, shot from the top from the Ducks, another glove save. No traffic in front. Eyes on the puck the whole time. Good save by Brady. All right, face-off one back to the Vipers. Rung around behind the net to Sinclair. Puck trickles into the neutral zone, picked up by the Vipers. Shot on net, rebound. Puck trickles behind the net. Ducks collect, but they don't get it out of the zone. Sinclair with a low shot, got deflected. Another shot on net deflected and dumped all the way back into the Viper zone. No icing. Little D to D pass. Let the offense make a change. Puck comes to G through the neutral zone. He tries to pass across. It is intercepted by the Ducks. They move it past, work it into the zone. Vipers collect behind the net. The dump out does not work. The Ducks win the puck battle. Shot on net. Looks like a save from Brady or a block in front. It was crowded. Puck comes back to the Ducks defensive zone. Tip through the neutral. Vipers turn it over. We got a rush with Rick. Just barely onside. Ducks intercept, create a turnover, but can't beat the back check. Vipers take control again in their own zone. Puck battle on the boards. Ducks come away with it. We got a pass into the slot that trickles to the point. Block on the shot on goal. Garrett collects the puck, rushes into the Duck zone, creates a little space and time. I want to yell that he's got someone coming behind him, but I'm announcing the game tonight. All right, Ducks have a fast player zipping through the zone, gets a shot on net. After fighting through the D, Brady makes a nice little toe save. All right, puck's coming back into the Ducks defensive zone. Big hit by Alec on the forecheck. Vipers collect the puck in their zone. Ooh, a flubbed pass. And the Ducks get the puck. Ducks pass into the slot. Vipers are getting sticks on everything, getting sticks in the lane, trying to break the play up. Ducks get a shot from the circle in on Brady. Brady makes a routine save on a point-blank shot. All right, 11:15 left in the first period. Face-off one back into the Vipers. They win the puck behind their net. Pass comes out, but not out of the zone. Ducks get a shot on net. Brady with the save. They're trying to pick and claw at the rebound. Vipers collect it and dump it out into the neutral zone. All right, Vipers get a turnover on an errant Ducks pass. Garrett Bailey moves through the neutral zone, looking to get a shot. Rolls behind the net, tries to tuck it in front, turns it over. We've got a battle in the corner. Vipers turn it over. Oh, bounced off the end board. Back net. One of the boys was ready for it and buried it out of net. Puck bouncing off of the dasher and coming back in front of the net. Don't see that all the time. Sorry, folks, I didn't see who scored the goal. Number 23. See who scored the goal. Number 23. With the big third goal for the Vipers. 10 minutes and 34 seconds left in Vipers. 10 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first period. All right, Ducks win the face-off forward, dump it into our zone. Sinclair collects behind the goal line. Couldn't get the puck out past their defense at the blue line, and they win it back to back behind our net. Puck comes out into the slot. Ducks aren't really able to generate anything dangerous off that, despite having the puck trickling around the slot. They work it back behind the net, back to the circle. Shot blocked. Dumped out, no icing. Nice little chip shot, not too hard, no icing. Ducks move it back into the neutral zone with an outlet pass. Big hit. Both players trying to take each other's heads off. Ducks recollect in the neutral zone and dump it down for a little dump and chase. Vipers collect. Turnover in the neutral zone. Ducks end up winning the puck back into the Viper zone. Ducks put it back to the point. Shot on net. Blockered away, it looked like, into the corner. Puck comes back out to the Ducks defense in the neutral zone. They work it back into the Viper zone. Collect down in the corner. Pass into the slot, missed. Ducks collect back in the circle. Puck's coming through. No shots on net. Vipers collect, take their time, get a line change maybe. At least. Face-off is coming down into our zone on the far side. 5 minutes and 14 left in the first period. Vipers are up 3-0 here in Breckenridge, Colorado. Pass through the zone. Vipers almost get a shot on net from down between the circles. Very good chance, just errant shot, unfortunately. All right, puck comes back into the Vipers' defensive zone. Vipers collect. Unchecked pass through the neutral zone. Ducks collect. D-to-D passing. Tip through the neutral. Sinclair picks up the puck. He's got a lot of forecheck pressure. Gets it through. Vipers dump it down low. Ducks goalie sets it up for his team. We get a nice turnover and pass into the slot and shot on net. Just not what our guy wanted to get onto the net. Easy save for the goalie. All right, Ducks bring it down. Miss the net on their shot, and the puck trickles back to Brady for a freeze. All right, ready for the face-off here. In the Vipers zone on the near side. Looks like we got a penalty on the Vipers. We are on a penalty kill. All right, Vipers win the face-off, dump it out of the zone. Ducks collect at their goal line, pass the puck. Stretch it into the neutral zone, and they skate into the Vipers zone. Pass across, shot on net, big save Brady. All right, rebound is trickling around in the middle. Now it's behind the net, everyone's battling. Ducks come away with it. Brady has lost his stick and been handed one of his defenseman's sticks. Hopefully he can trade that off. Little battle in front of the net. All sorts of sticks being traded from offense to defense while the Ducks pass the puck around on their power play. Ducks have it low. Ducks push it to the blue line. D-to-D pass. And shot doesn't get through to the net. Eli's playing without a stick, throwing hips. Burying guys into the boards, trying to do whatever he can to help get the puck out, but the Ducks keep collecting it. Shot off the post from the point. Whistle blown. We have another penalty on the Vipers. Cross check. And we are going to have a short 5-on-3 for 38 seconds. Followed by another penalty kill. All right, Ducks are doing everything they can to communicate. We've got 2:50 left, 38 on this 5-on-3. Vipers dump it all the way down. Kill a little time on this 5-on-3. The Ducks recollect in their goal line, start bringing it forward. Pass through the neutral zone. There we go. Vipers battle, break up the play, 5-on-3. Not giving the Ducks any space despite being down 2 men. Ducks are passing it around now, creating the perimeter, working the Vipers into a smaller and smaller triangle. They're creating a good 5-on-3 setup, but they are running out of time. Vipers are now killing their second penalty, 5-on-4. Ducks recollect in their zone. Move the puck across into the neutral, pressure by Garrett. Turned over at the blue line, and the Vipers force it back out. Mitch Bailey flying, creates a turnover, trying to create some offense on this penalty kill. Passes back to the point. Sinclair with a shot on net, deflected into the corner. 40 seconds left on the penalty kill, and the Vipers are creating offense. All right, Ducks work it through the neutral zone. A little tic-tac-toe, but it gets broken up. Battled for in the neutral zone, recollected by the Ducks. Vipers sticks at every stop. Ducks recollect in their zone. 14 seconds left on the penalty kill. 1 minute left in the period. Shot over the net by the Ducks. Ducks collecting the slot. Big save by Brady, coming out all the way to cut out that angle at the top of his crease. All right, puck gets dumped down into the corner. Tried to be dumped into the center. It keeps getting pushed back into the corner. Vipers collect. Big play in the neutral zone, setting up Garrett on a 2-on-1. Garrett holds, he shoots, he scores! Top corner. Garrett Bailey with his second of the night. Huge play. Going up 4-0, 30 seconds left in the first period. This might be a long night for the Ducks. It's a good thing they don't have a long drive home back to Denver. All right, line change. Noble takes the face-off, wins it back. Dumped into the Duck zone, trying to kill the last 20 seconds. Noble collects in the slot, can't get a shot off. Comes back to the defense, dumped down low, 13 seconds left. All right, turned over. Noble gets it in the zone. Tries to bring it to the net, but missed. Puck gets dumped around by the Ducks, and that is the end of the first period. 4-0 Vipers. They turned up the gas for us. We will wait around and enjoy the second period after a short break. All right, here we are live from Breckenridge, Colorado for the second period of the Vipers game tonight against the Denver Ducks. All right, second period action soon to be underway. Lights are up. The lines are out. Ref's getting ready to drop the puck. And away we go. Ducks win the puck back. They work it straight through the neutral, dump it down low, collision into the boards. Brady plays it to his team behind the net. Battle by the Ducks won, but did not produce anything. Puck comes out to the point, dumped around the boards all the way to the other point by the Ducks. Puck is won forward to Mitch Bailey. He enters the Ducks zone. Works into the corner by the Vipers, passed all the way around the boards, back to the Vipers, back all the way across to the point. Oh, and a slightly muffed shot by our friend Jacob Sinclair. Ducks work it back into the Vipers zone. It's battled by our defense and won out into the neutral zone, but the Ducks collect the loose puck. Ducks working it around our forecheck, but lose. Puck goes down low into the Duck zone. All right, here we are. Ducks with speed through the neutral zone, breaks into our zone. He's got options, pushes the puck back. Great defense by Captain Rick Batts. Couldn't create offense off of it though. All right, puck is behind the net. Vipers win the turnover, win the battle. Huge collision in the crease. Ducks failed to bring it out, and Eli collects the puck behind the boards. Reverse check given. Puck battle. Ducks come away with it. Slowly breaking it out of their zone. Pass across. Pass into the middle of the neutral. Ducks collected into the slot. Doesn't get the shot on net. All right. Puck in the corner. Big hit. Vipers get the puck back. It's pinched up along the boards. Ducks recollect around the net. Into the slot. Big save by Brady DeVries. Shout out to his grandparents from Armour, South Dakota, tuning into the live broadcast. Big save from their boy while the Vipers recollect in the neutral zone. Long shot on net. Collected by the goalie, passed around the boards. The Vipers collected at the point and bring it down low. Into the slot, big save. Great shot on net. Big save by their goalie. Face-off going to be down low on the far side in the Ducks zone. Unfair face-off, or no, someone was offside, hadn't gotten from the bench to the face-off dot. All right, here we go again. Vipers win it back, quick shot on net. Pinching down low, puck comes back on net, deflected by the goalie and around. Puck held at the blue line while the Ducks whack away at it. They push it through the neutral zone. No icing collected by the Vipers. Big hit in the boards while the Vipers hold the puck below their goal line. Ducks bring it right back to us. Big hit down low, but we work the puck into the neutral zone. Little turnover. Ducks start bringing it back into our zone. Shot on net, easily collected by Brady DeVries. Face-off's going to be down near side, Vipers zone. Everyone's got their lines settled. Puck is won back to the Vipers goal line, pushed around the boards. brought out to the neutral. The Ducks dump it back down low while they get themselves onside. Puck hot into the neutral zone. Ducks turn it over. Battling on the boards below the booth. Vipers bring it into the Ducks zone. Pass across. Mitch Bailey checks up. Dumps the puck down low. Ducks collect high off the glass. Did it deflect off anything? Vipers are looking for a delay of game call. I don't know that they're going to get it. This video replay in the world, we will just rely on the refs calling the game how they want to call it. It is going to be a delay of game. Vipers are on their first power play. I don't know why the face-off is down low if they're on the power play. Oh, no, sorry. It's the second period, and I can't tell what's what. We've got the face-off, Duck zone, far side. Vipers power play. A little delay as the refs do their due diligence. Everyone's set. Sticks are in. Ducks win it back. Vipers push forward, win it back to the point. We work it around on the boards, trying to create some space and time. Back to the D along the blue line. Pass forward, down low. The Ducks are pressuring very hard on this penalty kill. Vipers are trying to create some space. Great play along the blue line. D-to-D pass across, back. Mitch Bailey toe drags, shoots, misses. Puck comes out of the zone. Ducks collect, are trying to create some shorthanded offense. Brady DeVries with a big save for the Vipers, keeping the score 4-0. Collects the puck that got lost in his gear, gets it handed off to the refs. The Ducks with a shorthanded chance force the face-off into the Vipers zone on the near side. Everyone's heads in, sticks down. Puck into the ref's feet. Rick collects it, passes to G. Almost up to Eli, almost creates a rush chance, broken up by the Ducks defense, held in the zone. Battle for it at the top of the zone. It comes out to G. We've got, as we try and break it out, a missed pass comes back to the Ducks in the neutral zone. Missed opportunity on this power play. Puck gets dumped down low, collected by the Vipers D. Quick little play up to Rick as we break it out. Pass across. Vipers enter the zone. Trying to do something with the last of their power play. 3 seconds left. All right, full strength by the Ducks. Rick gets double teamed as someone comes out of the penalty box, but the Vipers win the battle. Puck to the slot for Garrett. Battled and couldn't get it on net. He's still dangling below the goal line. Puts the puck up to the point, shot on net. Trying to get a shot pass off. Garrett, time and space down low. Couldn't beat the goalie, short side. Strong save on the post. And puck comes out, shot on net, and frozen by the Ducks goalie. All right, we've got a face-off coming up far side, Ducks zone. Vipers trying to set up a play like they did in the first, but the Ducks win it forward into the neutral zone, turned over to the Vipers. We've got another errant pass by the Vipers back to the Ducks. Ducks move it into the offensive zone. Shot on net. And looks like an offside play. The Ducks leave it. The Vipers collect it through the neutral zone into the Ducks zone, but the Ducks collect and work it back into the neutral zone. All right, Ducks have entered Vipers territory. Great play up front. Big save, Brady. Didn't give the shooter any space down low with the great opportunity the Ducks created. Ducks are moving it around, back up to the D. Shot from the point with a screen. Brady gets a piece of it, makes a save. A little extracurricular activity at the end of that play. Ducks break it back in, trying to get a shot on net. Goes short side. Brady DeVries with the save. Puck battle down below the goal line. Move to the top. The defense goes for a hit and completely misses the puck. It goes by into the neutral zone. We've got a Vipers offense trying to create an opportunity. Gets tripped up and slides into the boards and loses the puck to the Ducks defense. But they give it right back to the Vipers. And then the Ducks manage to poke it back out into the neutral zone. Sinclair moves it across. It works back up to Noble and dumped into the Ducks zone, where they will collect it and try and work it back up. Big stretch pass, broken up. Ducks collect back in the neutral zone and rush into the Vipers zone. Fast skater almost beats everybody but couldn't create any offense. Oh my gosh. Pass down, backdoor. Brady DeVries with a splits save. Still keeping a clean sheet. Ducks are working it. Get a shot. Didn't get through all the traffic. Looks like it got blocked by Luke Noble. No, I'll apologize, folks. I don't have the whole team's names down, only a handful. So if I'm only calling a couple of the guys, it's because I don't know their names yet. All right, puck's getting worked back into the Duck zone. Puck battle comes back across. Ducks move it into the Viper zone. Vipers collect. All right, it is worked back into the Ducks zone. Ducks do a little D to D, trying to create some space from the forecheck. Long stretch pass in, icing negated by the effort from the Ducks. Vipers bring it back out and across. Mitch Bailey battles for the puck under the booth. Works it into the zone, breakaway, goal scored. Number 23 has his second tonight. Vipers are up 5-0. All right, this 5-0 lead is backstopped by our young goalie, Brady DeVries, making big saves on the back end so the guys can rush back up the ice and bury one. 5-0, face-off won by the Ducks. We are back underway. Ducks break it into the Viper zone, but it is taken away. Rick works it through the neutral zone, breaks the blue line, has the puck over to Eli, trying to create some options and some passing. The guys do a little blue line pass across, shot down low, misses the net. The captain collects the puck, moves it to Garrett. Garrett stick handling in a phone booth past a few players, creates a little tic-tac-toe and misses the shot on net. Vipers are working the Ducks into a long shift. Let's see how they can do it. All right, Ducks come away with it into their circle. They're going to break it out. They've got a 3-on-2 developing. Tough pass across. The Ducks generate. Simple low shot. Brady handles it with ease. And we're going to have a face-off in the Viper zone near side. Everyone getting their lines figured out. Their face-off plays communicated. Sticks are down, puck's down. One across to the Vipers. High off the glass and into the neutral zone. Ducks a little D-to-D passing. Tries to fire it all the way down, and the Vipers gather the puck up. Everyone misses the pass through the neutral zone, and it is an icing call. Might have been touched by somebody to negate icing, but that's not how the refs felt. Face-off's coming all the way back. No consolation face-off in the center this time. All right, sticks are down, puck's down. Ducks win it along the boards, create a play. Pad saved by Brady, positionally sound. Puck comes back up to the point for the Ducks. The defense trying to create some time and space. Oh, rebound is collected in the slot and shoved top shelf. Not much to be done. That was a tough play. Brady got the initial save. He needed his teammates to step up and tie up the Ducks, but someone was loose in the slot and was able to bury that top shelf. We have the Ducks' first goal of the game, 5-1, 8 minutes, 48 seconds left in the second period. Puck is won back into the Vipers zone. The Vipers cycle and now skate through the neutral zone. The puck is dumped high, a little dump and chase. Big collision in the end boards. The Ducks move it. The Vipers collect, but force the defense to back off as they transition through the neutral zone. Ducks break into the zone, create a little space, a pass, toe save by Brady. Puck gets dumped back into the neutral zone by the Vipers. Ducks bring it around, pass back into the neutral zone, stretched, tipped down below the goal line. Our defense collects with pressure on the forecheck. We got Jacob Sinclair working the puck up, looking at options, forcing the Ducks to think a little, and they beat him. He turns it over after getting drawn in 3 guys and not getting the puck moved. Ducks collect in the zone, easy shot. Brady traps it with his catching glove and freezes the puck for a face-off down low, far side. Vipers get their lines figured out. Everyone's ready, dialed in for the face-off. Getting the play worked out. Sticks are down. One back by the Vipers, battled for by the Ducks and won. The puck comes into the slot. Backhanded shot on net. Oh my gosh. Worked back across to the back door and buried. Tricky little play. The Ducks are showing that they don't want to lose this game. They're bringing a little energy to their bench and doing their best. All right, we've got face-off coming, center dot. We are Vipers 5, Ducks 2, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. Coming to you live from Breckenridge, Colorado. Vipers hockey. Ducks are continuing to create some chances in the slot. Saved by Brady. Rebound collected by the Vipers. 2-on-1 can be generated with a little speed by the guys, but he is tripped and slams into the boards. Can't get the puck across. And the puck comes back into the Vipers zone. Vipers collect. A little pressure. Puck is stretched. Missed at the blue line, and we have an icing call. Puck is going to come back to the Vipers zone. Face-off far side. Oh no, they're giving the Ducks the option, and they want the near side dot. All right, sticks down, puck down, battled for. Ducks come away with it in the high slot, dump it back to the blue line. Puck gets shot into the corner, bounces into the slot where the Vipers collect. Can't get it out. Great challenge at the blue line. Puck high in the air, bodies flying because no one knows where the puck is. Vipers are trying to settle things down, slow it back down as they collect in the defensive zone. Pass into the neutral zone. Breaking in with speed is Eli, but he gets stick checked, loses the puck a little. Rick finds it in the corner, tries to dump it into the into the slot. Puck comes all the way back. Vipers push it, stretch it through the neutral zone, try and dump it deep. It's gloved down by the Ducks. Ducks coming with speed into the zone. Simple shot right into the Vipers logo of our goalie, Brady DeVries. Ducks are going to have to come up with something other than a shot from the blue line. All right, face off in the Viper zone, far side. Ducks collect in the corner, have the puck, move it back to the point. Little shimmy move, gets a little space, shot low, save Brady. Puck battled for back to the top of the circle. Oh, big hit, crowd loves it. It gets chipped out. We've got a rush coming back, 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2. He shoots, the goalie's out into the white paint. Made a big save. Oh, puck ricochets through the crease. There's a dump all the way down, no icing, but Brady freezes the puck against the post after it bounces off the end boards. All right, face off, near side, Viper zone. Trying to create some offense. We've been stuck in our zone for a little while. All right, face off won back by the Vipers, but the Ducks battle for it. High off the glass, all the way into the Ducks zone, icing. We're going to have another Viper zone face-off, far side. Five minutes and 7 seconds left in the second period. Score is 5-2 Vipers. The Ducks trying to make a comeback with a couple goals this period. Let's see if the Vipers can get one more before the period ends. Vipers are working around the Duck zone, back in the corner. Ducks battling hard on every defensive battle, creating some interruptions. Ducks move it forward through the zone, into the neutral zone as they break it out. The Vipers clogging up the neutral zone, battling for the puck. Ducks bring it down. Tries to get a shot on net, deflected by our defense. Battle behind the net. Ducks bring it out, push it through the crease and into the near boards. The Ducks are trying to create some offense. Vipers' sticks are getting in the way. All right, we got Jacob Sinclair winning the puck out into the neutral zone. He takes it into the offensive zone, gets checked into the boards, loses the puck. He's skating back to get into position on D. Vipers gathering the puck in the neutral zone, dump it back, get a tip into the Ducks zone where the Ducks collect, and we get a line change. All right, Ducks trying to move in with speed. They break the zone. Shot on net. Oh, rebound. And the next shot beats Brady low again. The Vipers can avoid these backdoor one-timers and shots off rebounds, chances off rebounds. It would still be a 5-0 game, but the Ducks are creating opportunities. All right. Captain Rick with the face-off, wins it back. Ducks end up winning it. Push it back. Stretched the neutral zone, but couldn't break into the Vipers zone. All right, Rick runs it down the near boards, loses the puck to the Ducks. It's shot off of his teammate's skate and towards his own net, but his goalie has his back. All right, face-off coming near side, Duck zone. Vipers hoping to create some offense here. One back, but the Ducks pressure and create a turnover, and now it's through the neutral, dumped down low into the Viper zone. Puck comes back out to the point for the Ducks. Shot on net blocked at the top. Puck trickles down. The Vipers kind of skate away from it and let the Ducks have that puck back. All right, a little pressure by the defense. Couple shoulders thrown. Puck is down below the goal line in the corner. Worked back up by the Vipers. Trying to feed Eli for a little fast break. Does not happen. Ducks move it back into the zone. The guys are kind of standing still. They let a shot on net and it trickles near side. The Ducks are making a game, 5-4. The Ducks are really taking control of the game this period, putting up 4 goals like the Vipers did in the first. It's time for a little response. All right, face-off center dot, battled at the dot, trickled out. The Ducks get it, big check into their bench. Puck comes down low, Ducks win it. Puck comes into the slot, corralled by the defense and dumped all the way down for an icing. Puck will come back into the Viper zone. Looks like face-off is gonna be on the far side. Ducks elect to not make any changes. Here we are, ready for the face-off. Puck is won back to the Ducks. Shot from the point, makes it all the way through traffic. Hits Brady's leg pad and works out. Vipers create some offense on the other end of it. Don't generate a shot on net. All right. Ducks have gathered things. They're trying to break it out of their zone, trying to be patient. The Vipers creating a solid forecheck, not giving them many options for their breakout. Ducks sneak it into the zone, shot near side, blocker save, into the slot. The one-timer was missed. The Ducks collect. All right, they missed the pass, turned it over to Mitch. The Ducks keep battling. Vipers now have the puck. Working into the neutral zone. Alec Asensio with the play through the middle. Battles through 2 Ducks. Can't get the puck moved to a teammate or the puck shot on net. Ducks bring it back through the neutral zone, 3-on-2. They're trying to be patient, trying to create something. Tough pass across, backhand shot misses. We got 50 seconds left in the second period. Vipers collect below the goal line. Start breaking it out into the neutral zone. Dumped down. Ducks goalie collects, flings it off the boards. It's dumped back down low by the Vipers. Ducks win the battle on the boards. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Ducks move it forward. We got 20 seconds left, and the Ducks are trying to tie the game up. Pass to the point. Shot on net missed. Puck comes all the way out to the point, but the Ducks keep the zone. They miss their pass. 8 seconds left. Vipers try and push through the neutral zone to get a shot off. 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it for the second period of action here in Breckenridge. The Vipers are up 5. The Ducks making a comeback with 4 goals this period. And we will see you for the third period. Thanks for joining us. We are good. Check, check. All right. I think we're set. All right, we are back live from Breckenridge, Colorado. Your e-bug and commentator for the night, Jacob Pollock here, calling the Vipers game. We've got a face-off down. Vipers win. D to D. Brought back through the neutral zone. Dumped down low. Battle in the corner. Ducks come away with it. Rimmed around and worked out. We got a puck chipped out of the zone and over the boards into the penalty box. Time for a face-off near side. Or back in the center dot, it looks like. All right, folks. We got a 5-4 game here. Third period just starting. Eli breaks into the Ducks zone. Dumps it low. Rick misses. The puck comes back to the sideboards. Ducks corral into their zone. Work it through the neutral. Vipers collect in the neutral zone. Gather things back into the defensive zone behind the net. Sinclair walks it forward, finds his option. The pass isn't there. The Ducks turn it over. And they score. One-timer. Worked into the low slot right at the edge of the circle. Beats Brady far side. And we have a 5-5 game. All the momentum for the Ducks. 5 unanswered goals by the Vipers, 5 unanswered goals then by the Ducks. I might have my math a little wrong there technically, but Vipers go up 5 and Ducks crawl all the way back 5-5. Duck is dumped down into the Ducks goalie. He freezes it. Face-off is going to be near side, Duck zone. Puck is dropped. Bouncing around. Ducks manage to win it back, but it comes to the point for the Vipers. Shot on net blocked, or shot towards the net blocked. Vipers work it low into the slot. Oh! What a play. Crazy play going on there. Broken up. Puck is bouncing around in the slot. Ends up behind the goal line while the goalie is out of position. The refs, the Ducks are arguing that they made the cover and it's a no goal. I think the initial call was a goal. The refs are discussing. The crowd is celebrating. No goal is called. The scramble down low, the defense and the goalie managed to come away with that. It looked like it was a sure goal. Somehow, it is still tied 5-5. All right, face-off coming into the Duck zone near side. Lights back on. Comes back to the Viper zone. Flicked at the net, but blocked because of all the traffic. Big hit down low. Ducks bring it out. It's held at the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by the Ducks goalie. The Ducks dump it around. Vipers gather near side. Ducks break up the pass, but the Vipers keep working it low, keep cycling. All right, battle down low. Ducks try and fling it out of the zone. They do. It comes to the neutral. Vipers bringing it back to the blue line. Dump it into the zone. It bounces strange off of the end glass, turnover, slot, shot, and saved by the Ducks goalie. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Vipers collect. Backhand shot by captain. And a hand pass is called on that play. A little offense generated, but the faceoff is going to come out of the zone because of a hand pass. All right, 6 are in, puck's down, Vipers win. D is missed, comes back to the Vipers zone. Ducks on the forecheck, trying to create some pressure. A little stretch passing by the Vipers. Pass is missed, and the Ducks bring it back into the zone. Vipers dump it hard back to the neutral. Ducks bring it back into the Vipers zone. And I missed it, folks. We had a change in goalie backup. Tom Brown is now goaltending for the Vipers in relief of Brady DeVries. If you ask me, I don't think, I would say Brady wants one of those goals back, the short side one, but other than that, I think they were defensive breakdowns, not really anything he could do when he makes the first save and can't get to the rebound. All right, Vipers bring it back into the Duck zone. Ducks gather low. They lose the puck down low to Garrett. Garrett's looking for a pass. He dumps it into the slot. Everyone misses. Ducks dump it back into the neutral zone where the Vipers gather and dump the puck right back behind the goal line. Ducks are walking it into the neutral zone through pressure. He wants a high stick, but you know he's wearing a cage in a professional game, and you're not going to get those calls. All right, puck comes down low behind the goal line. Brownie dumps it hard along the boards, moves it out into the neutral zone. The Ducks turn it over and bring it back into the Vipers zone. Puck comes down below the goal line. Ducks are still in control. They are battling for it on the near board. The Ducks create some space, put a shot on net, tipped, and Brownie makes a pad save and collects the rebound, keeping the game 5-5. Face-off coming near side, Viper zone. One back firmly by the Ducks. D pass along the blue line, shot towards the net high. Everything gets ricocheted back into the corner. Everyone's battling. Puck squirts free down below the goal line. Vipers collect, try and create a fast break. Their defense trips. Oh my gosh, what a save. They got the pass across, had a wide open net. The goalie made a push and a phenomenal save, just trickled past the goal. Vipers bring it back, dump it over the crease. It's missed. A tip in front of the net goes over the net. That looked like a sure goal, and it became highway robbery. The Ducks goalie with a huge save, keeping his team tied 5-5. The Vipers with an amazing chance offensively. I think that puck needed to get on goal a little faster, and they would have had a wide open net to shoot at. All right, face-off play set. Goes through Garrett's legs and all the way back into the zone. Brownie tries to dump it forward. He gets it out of the zone. Looked like a sketchy play, but it worked out. Ducks bring it back in. Nearly get a goal. We got a backdoor pass, shot towards the net, tipped up and over Brownie's glove side. What are you going to do? Ducks go up 6-5. 6 unanswered goals now. Vipers need to start looking at each other and figuring out what they're playing for. Face-off getting ready in the center dot. Ducks up 6-5 with 14:20 left in the third period. Puck comes back into the Viper zone. Passed under the blue line or under the goal line. Back to the top into the neutral zone. Race for the puck. Nick battles in the corner. Ducks come away with it. Trying to start a fight. Nick doesn't want to have it. He's trying to win a hockey game. Vipers come through the zone. Sinclair breaking in. Gets the puck on net. And the Ducks goalie freezes it. All right, the Denver Ducks have completed the comeback, and they are in the lead. We have 13 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third period here, live in Breckenridge. Colorado face-off is down. Vipers are battling for it on the sideboards. Ducks come away with it below their goal line. Ducks defenseman looking forward. Almost gets the stretch pass off, but Vipers steal it. Puck is brought down below the goal. Getting the guys in position for a breakout. The Ducks trying to clog up the neutral zone. The pass is missed, and the Ducks gather in their zone, bring it back to the neutral. They're rushing 3 through the zone, but they turn it over. Vipers try and return the favor, but they turn it over. Big hit right under the booth. Ducks have it, bringing it into the neutral zone. Little space and time. They have it in the Vipers zone. Shot from the high slot, top of the circle, and Tom Brown comes up with a save. All right, face-off coming, Viper zone, far side. Sticks down, puck down. Trickles past the crease, and it's worked back below the goal line by the Vipers. The Vipers are working their way through their zone into the neutral zone. Eyes up. Looking for a pass coming into the slot. It's broken up. The Ducks move it back forward into our zone. Turned it over to the Vipers. The Vipers have a little time and space to work it out of the zone. Long stretch pass to Mitch Bailey. Mitch Bailey battles through everyone. Almost gets a one-handed backhand shot to go. Toe save by the Ducks goalie. We have 12 minutes and 18 seconds left here, third period. Face-off coming near side, Ducks zone. Let's see if Ricky and Garrett can put together their face-off play and snap one home. Ducks win the face-off. Into the back behind their goal line. They push it forwards, break it out nicely into the neutral zone. Dump and chase. Vipers get to it first. Garrett brings it through our defensive zone. Looking around, trying to find options. The Ducks not giving them much. Get a turnover, bring it back into the Viper zone. Shot from the point. Looks like Tom Brown might have gotten a blocker on that one. Put it into the corner. Puck comes back out to the top. Shot towards the net. Someone's down. Someone took a puck in a uncomfortable place. Are they okay? It is always devastating when a puck sneaks through all the pads these guys have on. All right, looks no worse for wear, just shaking off a stinger, thankfully. Face-off going to be far side, Vipers zone. Face-off won by the Ducks, shot on net. All right, puck is worked out by the Vipers through the neutral zone, dumped down into the Ducks zone. The Ducks work it out, doesn't come all the way out of the zone. We get a shot from the point, deflected. Puck's back down below the goal line. Worked around the boards, up to the point. Little pressure, creates it. Ducks create a way to get the puck out of the zone there. Puck gets dumped back to the Ducks. They are gathering their forces and working the puck. But good forecheck pressure by Mitch Bailey creates a little confusion. The Ducks are creating space again into the neutral zone. They come through, shot on net, save made by Brownie. All right, folks. We got to see the Vipers turn the Jets on and bury one to get this game back to tied. We've got a face-off in the defensive zone, near side. Puck's down. One to the Ducks. Missed shot from the point. Vipers bring it through the neutral zone. Sinclair dumps it down below the goal line and chases. One of the Ducks is missing a stick and gives the puck up to Sinclair. Battled for in the corner. Ducks trying to throw some bodies around. Vipers trying to win the puck and create some offense. Ducks come away with it. All right, stick, turnover, low slot, backhand, missed the net. Our guy got tackled at the blue line, keeping the puck down low, created a chance. Now we got the puck flopping around in the slot, and it gets flung out of the zone for an icing. Oh no, no icing. Ducks get to do a wholesale line change. Puck comes to the captain. He works it across the blue line. Guys enter the zone. Sinclair with a shot. Rebound. The goalie comes up with it. Grabs it right around the defenseman's feet. I want to yell some encouragement to the guys, but sadly I've got a mic in front of my mouth. All right, Rick with the face-off wins it, but the Ducks have read his face-off play and are now on top of it. Steal it from him. Awkward pass from Brownie to his defenseman, but the Vipers collect, work it into the neutral zone. It's broken up and turned over to the Ducks. The Ducks try and force it into the zone, almost turned back over by the Vipers. Ducks break in 3-on-3, get a shot off. Brownie with a blocker save into the corner. Ducks collect. Puck comes back into the slot, shot and blocked all the way back into the Duck zone. The puck trickles. All right. The Ducks winding around in their zone, stretch the puck up to the neutral. Battle on the near boards. And we've got the puck down below the goal line. Ducks with control. Passed into the slot. Came to the Ducks player, backdoor, beats Brownie. And the Denver Ducks go up 7-5. All right, face-off coming to the center dot. Do or die for the Vipers. They need to come up with something as there's only 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third period. Down 2 goals, 7-5. All right, Denver dumps it down low. Battle for the puck under the goal line. Vipers are starting to come away with it, but bodies are in there. Vipers come out with the puck into the neutral zone. Passed ahead, trying to create a chance. Puck trickles around in the slot. Their defense is breaking it all up. Puck comes out. The goalie recovers and makes a pad save, and it traps it under him. Dangerous opportunity. Still can't capitalize. Face-off is going to be near side. Denver zone. Heads are in, sticks are down, and the Ducks win it back. Ducks move it across. Denver works it into the neutral zone, works it around the D, in behind the goal line. Everyone trying to throw bodies and punish each other. Denver's winning the puck battles, and they score again through traffic, creating chances with hard work down low. And I hate to say it, but the game is falling apart. Breckenridge is losing control and letting Denver just waltz in here and do what they want this second and third period. Looks like a Vipers timeout. All right, I'm back. Everyone's gathered their lines after a timeout. Face-off center dot. 7:30 left in the third. Denver is up 8-5 over the Breckenridge Vipers. All right, puck gets tangled in the ref's feet. Vipers come away with it in the neutral zone. Dumped down low for a dump and chase play. Eli lets it go. Ricky gets upended, and the puck gets turned over to the Ducks as they work it through the neutral zone. Tried to get a shot on net, block. Another shot on net off the post behind Brownie. We've got a pass down low from the Ducks, D to D. They keep using D to D, creating space. All right, puck is in the neutral zone, getting worked around. Garrett lays a hit, trying to create a turnover. The Ducks get a shot towards the net. It goes sailing over the top. All right, puck is worked into the neutral zone. Ducks gather it. Vipers start their forecheck. Puck gets dumped down low. Vipers work it below their goal line, working it up the near boards. The Ducks pinch them off. And we've got the puck back across to the far side. Into the neutral zone. Vipers are into the Duck zone. Shot towards the net. Leg pad save routine by the Denver goalie from a bad angle. And now the Vipers have the puck high circle. Sails just over. Just inches from being a goal. Seems like they've had a few chances like that. All right, Ducks have it. Taking hits from the Vipers players on the forecheck. The puck comes out to the blue line. Denver works it through the neutral zone, dumps it down low. We've got the Vipers to Mitch Bailey in the neutral zone. Denver comes away with it, slows it down into their zone. Defense works it forward, kicked kind of errantly, but it works out for the Ducks. They get it back into the Vipers zone. Shot from the blue line. Chest save by Tom Brown. All right, folks, 5 minutes and 9 seconds for the Vipers. They need 3 goals to bring this into extra time. If they recreate the first period, this is possible, but we're starting to doubt ourselves. All right, puck's down. Garrett gets it out of the zone. The Ducks gather in the neutral zone, race it into the Vipers defensive zone. Puck gets shot, missed the net, comes all the way around. Bodies flying. That looked like a trip, no call. Puck comes back, trickles towards the Vipers net. The guys are trying to break it out amidst the ferocious Ducks forecheck. The Ducks playing with some tenacity. Vipers needing to up the urgency. Sinclair has the puck through the neutral zone. Great stretch pass. Finds 23. No shot on net. Tried to dangle through the defense. Didn't create an opportunity for himself. All right. Puck battles down low and on the far boards. Denver ends up with it. Moves it across through the neutral zone. The pass is slightly missed, so they can't take that one with speed. Tom Brown leaves it for his teammate. The Ducks don't let the puck out of the zone, and they gather control, work it down below the goal line. Battle in the boards. Garrett pokes it below, but Denver comes up with it. All right, puck comes out of the zone finally, but the Ducks are regathering their forces, not letting the Vipers have any offensive opportunity. All right, we got a turnover down low. Puck keeps getting moved back and forth between Eli and Mitch, but they have the puck stolen away, and it's dumped all the way down for an icing. Face-off will be coming back into the offensive zone. Face-off will be coming far side. A little discussion amongst the crew, trying to figure out how they want this face-off dialed in. Puck's down. Garrett wins it. Shot on net. Goalie with the save and the freeze. Another face-off far side in Denver zone. All right, sticks are down, puck's down. Looks like the Ducks win it back to themselves. Work it around their net, dump it, stretch it all the way down the ice. They want to call it icing. Denver feels like someone tipped it. And they want the consolation center face-off. So it seems that if the refs don't get the icing right, they just do it in the center dot. So, all right, face-off won by the Ducks. Dumped hard around the boards. Vipers collect, move it below the goal line, try and push it forward. The Ducks rewarded after an errant pass. Shot from the point comes to Brownie. Shot from the point again, misses the net. Puck is cleared high off the glass. Hits the frame of the building. Play is dead. Puck came up and hit the cross beam, supporting the roof over our heads. All right, face-off is going to be near side in the Viper zone. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to score 3 goals. The Vipers with a tall task. Ducks win it back. Point looks around, shot from the point. Rebounds finally being figured out. Vipers collect. Don't get it out of the zone. Another save from Brownie. Another awkward rebound. Vipers get on top of it and ice the puck. Face-off's coming all the way back. No subs for the Vipers as it's an icing. And it appears they wish they could sub a couple players out. Hopefully they get control, break out the zone, and get some fresh legs on. All right, face-off comes all the way out of the zone. Ducks gather it in their zone, work it into the neutral zone. Skate it into the Vipers zone. Puck comes out to the point, shot towards the net, collected by the Vipers. Vipers skate it through neutral, break into the zone, shot, rebound. Ducks gather. Ducks work it through the neutral. They've created a 2-on-1 opportunity. Let's see what they do with it. Block shot by Jacob Sinclair. What a defensive gem. One minute, 40 seconds left. Denver up 8-5. Face-off, won by the Vipers, worked around their net. Everyone's skating. Pass comes out but is broken up by Denver. Denver works it in, dumps it deep. Brownie collects, hands it off to his D, but the D turns it over. Shot towards the net, deflected, save, comes back to the point. Shot towards the net, blocked. Shot, pass down low, gathered by the Vipers. Attempted stretch pass didn't work out. The Ducks collect. Vipers over the blue line. Denver's defense up to the task. Works it back out. Vipers defense, D to D, creating some space. Mitch Bailey with the puck in the neutral zone, dumps it over the blue line just to be snagged out of midair by the Ducks. Ducks bring it down to a 2-on-1. Brownie with a big blocker save. Tough game to watch after the Vipers go up 5-0 in the second and allow 8 unanswered goals. And I'm a little biased as a goalie. I am going to be looking at the defensemen after the game and the back checkers. Our guys got hung out to dry tonight. All right, Vipers trying to break the zone out. Ducks make a great play. Puck's given up. Brownie with a save, 5-hole, scrambling to get back into the net. Ducks bring it back to the point. Shot from the high slot. Brownie with the save and the cover. Given something for the house to cheer about with 4.5 seconds left. All right, face-off coming near side. Work back. Vipers win it. Everyone wants to call it a night. So do I. Denver wins it 8-5. After a tough game, I'm sure the Vipers wanted more from themselves. Thanks for joining. Live here in Breckenridge. We will see you the next time. Thank you.